Hello and welcome back to Wasteland 2. Helps if I actually manage to get the bloody words out, doesn't it? Another 10 seconds and Lewis will be back up. There she goes. Right. Med packs for all. Specifically med packs for the two who really need them. Tara. You. 92% chance to succeed on this, so good luck. Don't bollock it up. Aha. A synth part and some energy cell ammo. The energy cell ammo goes to Tara, and the boss can take the synth part. Break out your shovel and get digging. See what I mean about the camera not being terribly cooperative? Guard tower that's riddled with bullet holes. Yes, I should feel quite bad about the fact that I let these people die, but let's face it, I had a choice to make and I made the, you know. It was a case of a bunch of people or the food production for basically the entire area. Don't get me wrong. You know, losing one sucks. Losing the other also sucks. Nope. Okay. Doesn't matter. To him anyway. Damn it, I was hoping to fire off one shot before they noticed me. Where the hell is the rest of the team, by the way? For whatever reason, they seem to be, you know, a long way back there. Oh, marvellous. Which means he's pretty much in this one alone. To be fair, providing he doesn't bollock anything up, he can handle it. It's the not bollocking it up that's going to be the problem. Move up. Move up. Yeah, that's on me, because I didn't notice that I'd hit the spacebar, and so the team leader was off on his own, which is not a good place to be. Swanky assault rifle or no, you know, he's in a less than amazing position. Our medic in particular seems to be bloody miles back. Oh dear. Reload all around, people. Better heal her up. Scrap, chunk. Citadel base, this is Echo 1. Second tower is wrecked and cannot be repaired. Requesting new orders.
Roger, Echo 1. Understood. Stand by. Okay, Echo 1. We anticipated this contingency and have a plan B. Ready to copy?
Go ahead, sir.
10-4, here it is. Cartographer Sagara and historian Eggleston have found reference to a functioning radio tower in a town called Damanta. Location cannot be confirmed, but it's reported to be east of the old prison, behind the radiation clouds. We have no intel on how to navigate this cloud, but I've heard second-hand accounts of it being done. I suggest you make contact with locals in the prison area, but be advised, that's Red Scorpion territory. They don't take kindly to us trespassing on their turf. Proceed with caution. Copy?
Oh, great. Through a radiation zone. Fun times. Who are the Red Scorpions?
Back in the day, they were just another raider gang. Now they call themselves the Red Scorpion Militia. And they're filling the airwaves with a lot of trash about how they're the real law and order in Arizona. That's a joke, but you'll still want to step carefully on their turf. They can be a mite touchy.
Alright, Echo 1 out.
Roger, Echo 1. Be careful out there. Ranger Command out.
That's just charming. Tara, get cracking. Yeah, the radio tower's being down. It's going to be a pain.
Echo 1. Echo 1, you're recent. Congratulations, then.
Alright, your computer science skills are coming along very nicely. Alright, that's everything from here. So we ever so slightly, completely and utterly failed to save this town, but oh well. Yeah, as I say, in a choice between a group of people and the food supply for a whole area, yeah, I made the right choice. You know, I am sorry to say it, but needs of the many and all that. Now, don't get me wrong. It's one of those cases where the correct choice was not necessarily the right choice. You know, if you know what I mean by that distinction. You know, I made the correct choice when all I had were wrong choices. You know, it's the classic, both of these are going to suck hard, it's just a case of figuring out which is going to suck worse. Alright, this time I am heading back to the Ranger Citadel. And let's hoof it. Can we escape? No. Okay, we're in a reasonable position there. He spotted us, but yeah, we outclass these guys now. Badly. Been one good hit and this guy's going down. You know, maybe being a raider wasn't the best career move, matey. I mean, it sounds so glamorous, you know. Bit of raping, bit of pillaging, but, you know. Sooner or later, you're going to end up with your guts spilling out over something that, well, shouldn't really have guts on it. Shetty, which isn't terribly useful. Let's try and gave that to the wrong person, but it doesn't matter at the moment. Yes, heading back to the Ranger Citadel. Hopefully they'll bloody well let me inside this time. So I'm gonna need stuff. You know, stuff is always useful to have. Ooh, travelling vendor, yes. Definitely want to investigate that. See if he's got more lovely, lovely, massively overpowered weapons to sell me. Loading, 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 loading. Oh, where's he at? Serious question, where is this guy at? I actively have no idea where this trader is at, which is annoying, because you know, I want to... Where are my guys gone? Aha! There you are, good sir. And you have bugger all. You have medical... Actually, no, you have medical supplies, which is reasonable, but... Oh. I was hoping for somebody who was going to sell me loads of guns. That's disappointing. Don't need another army backpack. Don't need that. 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 Yeah, I could just do this by all squad members. It's easier. Okay. So yeah, no real weapons to speak of, just some medical supplies, which I'm kind of okay for medical supplies at the moment, if I'm honest. So at the moment the money's going to be more useful in future trading encounters. Which I'm fine with, you know, I'd have preferred more awesome weapons, but I'll settle for what I can get. You know, you never know when money's going to come in useful, so... Oh, an oasis. Refill the water canteens. And keep heading for the Ranger Citadel. Let's head home, people. I'm still not touching that can. Can't stop to chat, Team Echo. Team Abel's always got a job to do. I love it when a plan comes together. Oh, you assholes are so gonna get killed at some point. Glad to see you, recruit. General inform me you completed your mission in the Ag Center and have full Ranger privileges. Welcome to the Ranger Citadel. It feels like there should be some impressive door opening noise there, and instead it's just silence. Seriously, no music? General? Apparently he's just telling us welcome back to the Citadel at the moment. Which presumably means we need to finish off one of the... In fact, I could have sworn he was going to be taking the legs off our hands and things like that. Oh well. Okay. Sheesh! They haven't even assigned you your bunks yet, and already the old man sent you off on a couple of do-or-die missions. Well, I suppose that's the way it goes in the desert ranges these days. Sorry to say. Better get your kid out ASAP. You ready to equip yourself, or do you have some questions first? What's available? Sure, have a look at what I've got while I request your forms ready. Make sure you choose wisely. Won't last a day out in the waste without proper equipment and water. So, some armor, which would be potentially useful to have. And some guns, which will be very, very, very useful to have. So let's start with weapons. Combat knife. Pickaxe for about the same amount of damage. And, yeah, okay. Yeah, that pump action shotgun looks promising. 41-48 damage with spread pattern.
So you saved Ag Center at the expense of High Pool. A tough decision, and I know it must weigh heavily on your minds. But a choice had to be made. And once you chose Ag Center, you did all you could to save it and its people. I'm particularly pleased that you went out of your way to help Matt Forrestal. He was a great ranger, and remains a credit to our organization.
Okay, who am I talking to?
Also, let me personally thank you. I'm sorry your initiation into the Rangers has been such a trial by fire.
Okay, I don't even know who I'm talking to now.
You yourself tough under pressure, and in my eyes, that makes you fit to be a Ranger. You.
Okay. That feels like a bug. Because I was definitely talking to him.
Welcome back to Ranger Citadel, recruits.
There we go.
Still here, recruits? What else do you want to know?
Oh, we found a page from his logbook.
Excellent work. Let me have a look. Not much here, is there? Let me see. Fell in with a snake squeezing cellar.
Okay.
Okay. Getting that feeling of being followed.
Damn killer robot, yep.
Tells a sad story, doesn't it? Well, looks like your best lead is to find this snake squeezing salesman, whoever he is. Mentions rail nomad.
Marvelous.
So have a look there, if you haven't already. Maybe this fella knows something more. Like
Would it was more than just a robot, sir?
Ace fought plenty of robots in his time, and they never gave him any trouble. So I'm wondering if this was some... And here, take this
Captain
with you when you
Mercaptain.
bring something to Mercaptain. It's a requisition form for some of Mercaptain's top-shelf gear. Finding Ace's killer, you deserve it.
Thank you, sir.
One of the brightest minds in the Citadel. She'd make us proud, recruits.
Okay. So yeah, that was definitely a bug, wasn't it? Yeah, so you're somebody else. And it is Steel, whoever you are. Open this door.
Ah, the heroes of Ag Center. Welcome. I've been expecting you.
Hello, whoever you are.
Or...
Looking closer, you see that the woman isn't quite as youthful as she seems. There are a few grey hairs amongst the brown, a lot of lines around her eyes, but she sketches with the keen-eyed intensity of a younger woman.
a very tough decision, considering it was your first time out. Ag Center was a good choice, though. There are great scientists over there.
General Vargas said to bring you this robot leg we found at Ace's murder site.
Let's have a look at it. Remarkable, but unnerving. I've never seen robot tech this advanced. It'll take me some time to give it a full examination. So, if you'll excuse me, Fascinating. Oh, you're still here. What can I do for you?
The General gave us this requisition form.
Oh, yes, I forgot. The General mentioned that. He was so pleased you found Ace's killer that he asked me to let you have your pick of some of my more interesting creations. Let's see.
Sorry, I'm getting Facebook messages. I'll deal with them in a minute.
The General allocated a requisition for you, for completing a thorough investigation of Captain Ace's death site.
So, what do we got? Ooh, yeah. Now, something like that sounds like it should be good, but it's actually barely... In fact, I think it does less damage than the sickle. Ship in a bottle... Nothing useful, unfortunately. So yeah, it actually does less damage than the sickle. It's just got the 70% chance to apply opened up. So, one
Looks
of those.
like you're out of requisitions, Rangers. Remember, it's just one item per rec.
That's
I'll
meant to
let
be
you know when I've got
top tier
more for you.
stuff. Oh well. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks for visiting, recruits. Come by anytime. And go see Sergeant Nelson if you're looking to shop.
Okay, so we need to find the rest of Ace's logbook. So we'll be looking in the Rail Nomads camp. So then we need to... So yeah, I think next is head to the Wrecking Crew stronghold to take him down. But for that we're going to
A
need...
woman of science. Lovely to make her acquaintance.
What would you want? A gaunt man in his 30s hunches over a table, cleaning an oil and gun parts. He's smeared with oil and sweat and seems to be trembling slightly. Listen, I hear you talking to Merkiap just now. Well, everything she's got is solid merchandise, but as you may have noticed, Malson's gonna make you pay through the nose for the good stuff. Well, I got a little toy collection of my own. I'd be willing to let some of them go for a lot cheaper than she will. Interested? What kind of good stuff? All the big guns, energy weapons, rockets, sniper rifles, all top quality. Made them myself. You want some? And they won't just jam up on every other shot? I swear! Just as good as the one Melson has, but a fifth of the price. What do you say? Well, we'll have a look. Cool, but listen. You can't tell the boss, Mercat, I'm doing this or she'll fire me, okay? Don't worry, we won't tell. Great, here's what I've got. Okay. 95% chance to jam. 95% chance to jam. 95% chance to jam. 95... Yeah. So, yeah, not buying anything off you. Come on, I'm trying to raise money for a family emergency. What? Why does your family need money? Look, I'm trying to help out my sister. I can't tell you any more than that, but it's important, I promise. Come on, can't you do a guy a favour? Your sister's in trouble. Sorry, I'm not saying any more about it. Will you help me? Buy a gun or two? Look, what you're saying doesn't make sense. Something pretty terrible must be going on for you to risk getting kicked out of the Rangers for it. Oh, you're right. Look, it's me sister. Look, if you ain't interested in the guns, I gotta get a letter to her. It's important, but I can't leave the Citadel. I can't get the time off. Would you take this to her? She lives in the Rail Nomads camp. Her name's Katie, and tell her I'm sorry. We'll deliver the letter. Thank you. I owe you one. Here. So what's so important about this letter? Never mind what's so important. It's private. It's between me and her. Will you take the letter? If the situation is anywhere near as desperate as you sound, you should just resign. Family's got to come first. Fuck, you're right. I was such a damn coward hiding in the Citadel. I'm eating well and drinking well while Katie's out there struggling in the Rail Nomads camp. Trying not to get caught by that RSM piece of shit. Think he owns her. Echo, I gotta go. If you're in the rails anytime soon, stop by. Updated. Well, I think we did the right thing, though. Guess I'm going to have a thorough explore of the base before I you know, come back and actually buy anything. Just want to see if there's anybody else who's willing to sell me stuff that might be... Because it's always annoying whenever you are playing an RPG and you buy something that looks really good and then the next merchant over has something even better. Ancient and balding, with his ranger fatigues hanging baggy on his skinny frame. He wears his long grey hair pulled back in a tight ponytail, and his bifocals teeter on the tip of his nose. What a choice to make. Well, I'm glad you saved the Egg Centre. Nothing I like better than their root and bags. Now, what can old Flintlock do for you today? Nothing for now, thank you. There's no getting around it. Despite the bathrobe and slippers and the high-tech artificial leg, this guy's intimidating. Fat, yes, but there's a lot of muscle under that padding. And he's sick. And if he's 6, if he's an inch. And his fists are the size of canned hams. Yeah, I know, you're the new recruits. Heroes of Ag Center, etc., etc. Well, I don't do the tour. Flintlock does the tour. I just do maps. So unless you've got questions about maps, talk to him. Thanks. What's so interesting about maps? Keeping accurate maps is an important part of a ranger's job. Knowing locations and distances to towns, oases, resources keeps our communities alive. We also need to put new places on the map when we find them. Catalogue who lives there and if they're a threat. Now, if you excuse me, I'd better be getting back to it. Oases are important. There aren't many places to find drinkable water in the desert, so we try to keep the maps current about which are pure and which have run dry. And no, I'm not giving you a map. Part of becoming a ranger is finding the water for yourself. If I had to do it in my day, you'll do it in yours. So we should keep an eye out for new places. We're always looking to expand our knowledge of the world. Write down all the places you visit on your travels, so when you come back to base, I'll reward you for any place we don't already have on our maps. The more the better. That's fair enough. Ah, a doctor, which we don't need at the moment. Don't need a doctor at the moment because our medical supplies are actually A-OK. Meson cannon. Cool. And incidentally, if anybody's commenting that this game is ripping off Fallout, which somebody might do, please be aware that the Wasteland series actually came before Fallout, or the original Wasteland came before the original Fallout. However, Fallout got sequels, Wasteland didn't, and this was a crowd-funded remake of the original. Yeah, mostly remake. Team Echo, isn't it? Nice to put a face to the name. Captain Hunter, Team Delta. Your team doesn't look like the other teams we've met. That's because we're different from the other teams you've met. Special Ops. Aren't all Rangers operations special? What makes yours different? Well, let's just say we're the Ranger teams Vargas calls when the other Ranger teams get out of line. Goodbye. In other words, if we turn into massive assholes, he'll send them after us. Alright, let's look at the equipment. Now let's look at the guns. Guns, 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 guns. So, pulse rifle. Nice. Yes, I think the next thing we should get is either the 9mm handgun, which would be good for the prof. But I think what we need at the moment is a pump-action shotgun, which is obviously going to Emily. Buy that, and pickaxe for Lyris. It's better than her sickle, so it's not terribly subtle as weapon selections go, but so dum-de-dum-de-dum. So yes, Lyris, you can have that. It's a giant goddamn pickaxe. No subtlety, no elegance, just giant pickaxe. So, yep. Pump action shotgun. Nope. Hang on. Which one's... Okay, that's the... Okay. There we go. I have now equipped the better gun. Significantly better, actually. So that's good to have. Alright, excellent. Oh, can we open this up? Aha! Storage locker. Okay. Call base. Yep. So we can't call base while we're inside the base. Okay. Right. You know what? That's an excellent point to end this part. So, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next part.